when we have two equations and two unknown, and then I'm going to go over the second part as well, where we're going to use the addition method. But for this one, when we have two equations and two unknown, and the goal is to solve for x and y that works for both of these equations, basically. Now, one method is substitution method. The reason we're using substitution method is because the first equation here is given to us as y in terms of x. Okay. Now, this equation could given to us as 2x plus y equal to minus 1. And the second equation would be the same as what it was before. Now, do you realize that these two set of equations are exactly the same, first of all? Because very good. So you say yes. So the first equation could be given to us as 2x plus y is equal to minus 1 instead of that. But even if they're giving you to this way and ask you to use a substitution method, then you have the choice to pick first equation or the second equation and solve one variable in terms of the other one. I could even pick the second equation and solve x in terms of y and proceed. But in this case, since this was given to me, and already y was solved in terms of x, so I said, all right, I'm going to use substitution method. Now, the substitution method, to follow that, we need to look at the other equation, which is right here, and everywhere we see y, in this case, only one place we see y, we substitute this y here in terms of x. That's all it is. That's all the substitution method is all about. So, in other words, I'll pick from here, I'll pick the second equation, x plus 2y equal to 4, and everywhere I see y, I just simply substitute what it is, y in terms of x, which is in this case minus 2x minus 1. Now, Heidi, do you follow up till this point? Do you understand the method, first of all? Because that's important. If you understand the method, just put a check mark instead of x then, so far. How about Amina? Do you follow? I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. Do you follow up till this point? Okay. Now, you're asking me how do I get 3 of minus 2 and 3. Now, minus 2 and 3 was the final answer. When you write the final answer this way, it means the x is minus 2, y is equal to 3. This is just another way of showing the final answer. Okay? Do you follow that? So we already figured x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 3, and then as a final answer, we write it in this form. Do you follow that? Now, is that what you're asking, or are you asking me how I got the final answer? Okay, you want to know why I got why I got 3 for y, is that right? Okay, now so let's go back to what we were doing. So it looks like everybody understand the method here. Emilia, do you understand up to this point? We'll get to the final answer in a moment, but do you understand up to this point? Yes, okay. So if you solve this for x, then you would get x is equal to minus 2. And that's what we did earlier. So, because we only have one equation in terms of x, so you just distribute. So you get x minus 4x minus 2 is equal to 4. Okay. Emilia and Heidi, do you follow up till this point? Okay, so the rest is pretty easy. You just add these two together. The minus 3x minus 2 is equal to 4, right? And then you add 2 to both sides of the equation. So if we go back, can we follow what we're doing here then? Add 2 to both sides of the equation. That's where we are here. And then we get minus 3x equal to 6, and divide both sides by minus 3. There we have x equal to 3. Okay, once we know x, we go back and substitute that into this equation here, because we know y in terms of x. And there we have the answer. You just have to practice this few more problems like that to practice the method. Amelia, do you follow the method now? If you put a check mark, okay, it looks like you're really okay with this. Excellent. So this is called solve by substitution method. And I'm going to go